What's happening, guys? Good morning to you. It is Friday, July 3rd, 2020. One more day till the 4th of July. This morning, we're going to talk about how is your relationship with the truth? How is your relationship with the truth? Let's get started.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right. What's happening, guys? Good morning. Oh, my man, Chris Filippelli is over in the great state, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Welcome to PA, my man. And Kevin, good morning. Bruce Pulver, good morning. Tammy Clark, good morning to you. Dayton Packard, my dude. Both my Atlanta guys that came to meet me the other day are on the stream this morning. Happy Friday to you guys. You know, I've been talking to a lot of people lately about things along this topic, and I wanted to kind of dive into this whole thing about people telling themselves the truth, right? Or being able to accept the truth about yourself. And so, you see a lot of people out there, and there's a lot on social media actually that, people's lives are not congruent with what they say. And that is probably the best gift that I feel like I get from this show is, when you say things on this show, you just naturally start to behave in the way that you are telling people that, that they should behave or giving this advice. You do that far more often, or you feel a higher duty to behave that way. And so, one of the things that I think is the most important relationship in your life is the one that you have with the man or the woman in the mirror. And, that's a tricky thing because, if you allow yourself to tell yourself some kind of stories about what's going on in your life or why things are happening versus, actually realizing what the truth is, really taking a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror and figuring out, what exactly it is that is making things be this way. That's a very important part of your life. It is a very important piece of how you exist and how you get better and how you actually succeed in life. Because if you are faking it, or you do not have a good relationship with the man or the woman in the mirror, and you are not, excited about that person that you see every day, then you will not ever achieve the true potential that you have within you that was given to you by the man upstairs. And I see people struggle with this all the time. And I think that there's a lot of reasons. I think that there's, the pressure to kind of keep up, the pressure of social media and trying to look a certain way or be a certain way. And, it hurts my heart, man, when I see people that, aren't congruent with the way that they say. They don't have a good relationship with the truth. They don't have a good relationship with that person in the mirror. And even when somebody tries to help them, they just can't seem to get over that hump. They just kind of stick to the story that they are telling, or, the thing that they are trying to portray, instead of trying to, just be themselves and not being good enough. So we're going to dive into that a little bit this morning. What's happening, Jared? Mr. Callaway, good morning to you. Dina, good morning. Donna, good morning. Lewis and Justin Myers, good morning to you guys. So that's the first one. The man or woman in the mirror, you have to have a good relationship with that person. And you have to be, honest with yourself about where you're at. If you're at a rough time in your life, everybody's been through a rough time in their life. It doesn't matter whether somebody is super successful, super happy and fulfilled, or maybe they're at a tough point. Everybody has been through that at some point in their life. And so it's important for all of us to realize that, this too shall pass, but it only passes, and it passes faster as soon as we get a good relationship with the truth, as soon as we start to look in the mirror and realize exactly what we're doing, and as soon as we start to not portray being something that we're not, right? So the question you have to ask yourself is this: who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you, as a business leader, are you surrounding yourself with people who are, what I call yes men or yes women? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you choosing people that just tell you how great you are, or are you choosing people who will give you honest feedback? Because it is really, really important for us to get the honest feedback. It is not important for us to just hear, all the great things that we do all the time. There has to be a balance there. And so if you are surrounding yourself with those people that only tell you good things about yourself, it's not going to lead to any progress in your life. Same is true in your personal life. If your family is extreme one way or the other, if they're way too tough on you, that can cause you to not feel very good about yourself. If they just do nothing but tell you how great you are all the time, those people are what we refer to in the world as enablers. And if you are surrounded by a bunch of enablers, you will not ever reach your full potential. And that is, it's an alarming thing when you see it happening, right? When you see people who have the ability, have the potential to do great things, but those people, refuse to have a good relationship with the truth. And it's a tough thing, man, because you literally have to almost watch somebody kind of go hit rock bottom before they can figure out how important their relationship is with the truth, with just being brutally honest with yourself, and as you are brutally honest with yourself and with other people, you start to really grow, man. You start to really get a good handle on it. You start to look at the person in the mirror and you like them more and more. There have been times in my life where I looked at myself in the mirror and I knew there was something better inside of me than what was happening in my life at that time, than what I was doing, than what I was giving. I knew that. And I knew that there had to be a way to get it. And I just didn't, at that moment, just didn't know how to get there. And day by day, if you start putting in the work and you start implementing new things and new strategies and you start listening to people, you get some mentors in your life. Slowly but surely, man, your life gets better, and it gets better by listening to people, by listening to the truth, by listening to your critics. Some people call them haters, whatever it is, but listening to those people who have something negative to say about you and honestly trying to hear the truth in what they're saying, because no matter what those haters are saying, there is generally some level of truth in it, or there is generally some lesson that you can take that will make you better, that will bring out a better version of you. And so all of those people that are trying, in a lot of cases, they're trying to harm you by being a hater or by being a critic of yours. What they don't realize is that for the right person, they are your absolute best friend. Because number one, they are always your biggest fans. They will always, be the first people to watch or consume your content, or, be the first person to have something to say, and it draws attention to you. That's number one. Number two, they provide you with information and a perspective that not always, you don't always see it without that person. So it is really important for you to listen to everybody that you are surrounded by, right? And last but not least, with the truth, I see a lot of this too. Is are you an information junkie, or are you an actual implementer? Do you actually take the things that people say and do you implement them into your life, or are you just kind of addicted to the information? Are you addicted with the thought of getting better, or are you actually going out there and putting in the work and implementing things. Because, what I see is this is a version of how people kind of, cover up the truth, if you will. But, people have a hard time just implementing the information. They love getting information, but they don't love implementing the information. And the reason for that is that implementing the information is the hard part. It is not easy to take and implement new things into your life. It's not easy. It's very uncomfortable. When you're doing anything new, it is very, very difficult to implement those things. It's very uncomfortable, right? Anytime you're trying to grow your business, grow yourself, mold yourself into a different version of who you are today, it takes discomfort to get there. No different than when you go to the gym and you lift weights. What you're doing is breaking down your muscles. You're breaking down your body so that it can regrow healthier and stronger. And that is exactly what you're trying to do with yourself when you gather information. But the deal is the implementation of that information is actually the work. And so many people just get addicted to the information and they start telling themselves they have a bad relationship with the truth. They keep telling themselves, man, if I just keep consuming this information, my life will get much better. And the truth is that information will make your life this much better. But the implementation of it will make your life this much better. And, it is imperative for you to take a hard look in the mirror every single day and look at who that person is and give yourself a win or a loss for that day and say, man, am I getting better or am I staying the same? And if I'm not getting better that day, if I don't feel like I've made real progress, then I would consider that day a loss. And by the way, there is nothing wrong with losing. This is part of your relationship with the truth. Can you look yourself in the mirror and say, today, I was a loser? That's the difference. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that today you were a loser. I remember a point last year, where things weren't going quite as well as what we would have liked them to. And those things happen. It'll probably happen, at some point this year. Things will get off track. They get off a rhythm. And I remember saying to somebody, man, I'm a winner, but I'm losing. And that statement kind of stuck with me. I'm a winner, but I'm losing. And that statement is a reflection of having a good relationship with the truth. It's understanding when you're winning or losing, because when you're losing, if you are still telling yourself that you're winning, that is a dangerous place to be, because what you will find is that if you are in a hole, my dad says this over and over and over again. It's the best piece of advice, one of the best pieces of advice that you can give somebody. If you find yourself in a hole in life, the very first thing that you have to do is you have to stop digging. It's that simple, guys. It is that simple. If you just stop digging, you will get out of that hole a lot faster. But if you try to, manipulate reality, manipulate the truth, pretend like everything is okay, you will keep falling back down in that same hole, because all you are doing is trying to shortcut the process of getting out of that hole. And there is no way to shortcut the process in life. It is your relationship with the truth, your ability to develop yourself and carve yourself into a new person by standing 2 feet firmly planted in reality, that allows you to have an exceptional life. Because even if you do win and you have a bad relationship with the truth, and by winning, I mean, from the outside in, you would look successful. Maybe you got some money, you get some cars, you got some houses. You are rotting inside, because when you look in the mirror, you know what the truth is and what the truth isn't. And you will never, ever live a life of fulfillment until you stand with your 2 feet firmly planted in reality And you could face this world and be proud of the things that you do every day. Be proud of the relationships that you have. Be proud of the work ethic that you put forth. Be proud of the way that you treat other people and the way that you carry yourself, both personally in business, everywhere around you. There should be people that have admiration for the real version of you, not for some version that you put out there as a marketing tactic to try to get people to do something, but the real version of you. Because if people around you don't see the same thing that you portray when you're on stage talking to people, when you're in front of a camera like this, if the people around you don't see the same person every day, then you have a bad relationship with the truth. And you are also known as a fraud. And so when you look at that and you look at the people around you, you have to be careful about who you are being at all times. Do you have a good relationship with the truth? Are you willing to take the feedback that will carve you into the person that you want to be? Are you willing to take information and then implement that and do the work while no one is looking? Because this whole world of social media, man, will make people do things. Like, it makes people show, man, that they look like they're working so hard. But when you get around them, it may look a little bit different. And that, my friends, is what we call a poor relationship with the truth. And so as you go into this holiday weekend, I want to leave you guys with an encouraging message. Get yourself around people that will tell you the truth. The truth, as much as it might sting at the moment, it's the only way. And those people that tell you the truth, those are your real friends. The ones that tell you the bad news, the ones that tell you the things that make you uncomfortable, those are the people that really love you, that really care. Those people that do nothing but blow fluff at you all day long, those are not the people that care about you. And those are not the people that see your gifts and that want the very best for you. Those are the people that probably want something from you. Because if all they do is tell you how great you are, they are missing something, right? And that is a problem over time, because as you are told something over and over and over and over and over again, that's why I said not too extreme negative, not too extreme positive, you will start to believe that. And so if you have nothing around you but a bunch of people that tell you how great you are, you will end up with an ego that can't fit through a door. And if you only hear the things that are negative about yourself all the time, then you will end up with some kind of complex. And that's the truth. So you need people around you who are willing to tell you the truth, who are willing to tell you the good, who are willing to tell you the bad. And when you get those people around you, man, hold on for dear life, because there is not enough of them in this world. So as you go into this holiday weekend, I want you guys to think about that. I want you to look hard in the mirror and think about yourself. Think to yourself, man, what is my relationship with the truth? How is my relationship? Do I have people around me who are giving me honest and raw feedback that's making me better? Do I have people around me who are carving me into a better version of myself, who are always there to tell me the truth and give it to me straight when I need it? Because that, my friends, is what the gift of life is. It is about understanding and getting better and implementing the strategies and the tips that those people give you that will make you the very best version of yourself. Think about it. Go back. Tomorrow is July 4th. Go back to 1776 and think about the people that founded this country. Do you think that if those people had a bad relationship with the truth, that people would have followed them to form this country? Leadership, guys, is very, very simple. Very simple. In this world, leaders are those that have a good relationship, a perfect relationship with the truth. And I want you guys to think about that this weekend. I am wishing you guys an unbelievable 4th of July. We are headed out for a short vacation here down to Fort Lauderdale. Tomorrow morning, me, Lori, and all the kids are headed down to hang out at the beach for a couple of days. And man, I'm looking forward to it. You know, those times that we get with the people that we care about, those are the most precious things. That's why we do it all, right? To be able to get the memories, to be able to build some memories with those that we care about the most. So wishing you guys a safe and happy 4th of July. Thank you guys always for being here. This is a Friday and most people are off today, but I will leave you with this. Instead of telling you to go out like a lion and not like a mouse, I'm going to tell you to just be great today. Whatever that is. If you're not working, be a great father, be a great husband, be a great mentor to somebody, be a great friend, whatever it is, but be great today. You can go out like a lion too, but be great. Do something great today, something that creates a memory for you and a memory for other people around you, because that, my friends, is what life is all about, creating memories. And at the end of your life, that is all that you get to carry with you to that moment. So think about that and create some of those this weekend. I appreciate you guys being here this morning, and I will see you Monday morning, same place, same time. This time it'll be from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Morning Perspective live from the beach Monday at 7:30 a.m. So I will see you guys then. I appreciate you being here and love you guys.